All right, y'all. It is Nike or Die. It is episode 11 of season 4. Got one of my best friends in the whole world, Tatum 216.
Hey, how's it going?
All right. We are here working. But yeah, man. What were we just talking about? I feel like we were just talking about something.
We were talking about Adidas and them switching the names up on the shoes.
Yeah, the young one, young 96. Of course, going all the way back to Crazy 8 instead of KB8. It's for a reason, though. So, Tatum, is Adidas ever coming back?
No.
Where is he?
He's never coming back.
You were the most Adidas person I knew in the 2000s.
Well, in the it was because it was two reasons. One, like a friend of mine from work was crazy about Tracy McGrady.
T-Mac.
And we used to go to the Adidas outlet like once or twice a month. And I love runners. And I love just like some weird shoes. And it was just always the time it was just like, I got $30 in my pocket. So, like buying a pair of runners for $30 or getting a pair of Forums for $30 was easy.
Forms.
And then on top of that, like, it's still like, just think of it like, I don't know where everybody's located that listens, but there's this store called City Blue here.
City Blue.
And if I'm buying an outfit and I want a pair of Adidas, they're like, sure, I'm gonna give you a deal on those Adidas.
I just want them out of here.
Yeah, I just want them out of here. Yeah. So this is like before Yeezys and
Boost.
Yeah, and all this stuff. And before Cameron said I rock Adidas Forums even though they hurt my feet. It's like Adidas were beginning to be forgotten between 2000 and like between 2000 and 2007. So like, but they were bringing back out a lot of good stuff like the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's.
Yeah, I have the shirt, but I don't have the shoe.
And they were like had some good colorways.
I remember they had a brown one when it said Jabbar and gold on the side.
Yes,
like, I would love to have that.
Half shell toes.
Yeah.
Just like stuff that's like that looked cool, that was retro. Because the only new model shoes I own are Roches, a couple of LeBrons, and that's it. Like every other shoe I have is like Nike basketball era from that's retro. Everything I have is retro. I don't have anything new. Like nothing at all. Like yeah. Like I have like a couple of different things, but like I have some trainer doors.
I never got to get a pair of those.
Like I said, Roches, some flat knits, some various flat knits, but most of the shoes I have are like 10 or 12 plus years old, or retro from that from the 70s, 80s, and 90s, and not really from the 2000s because I don't know, I just don't have anything like that. So that explains why I will never ever go back to it, because Adidas are just too catchy now, and they're trying. They have so much new coming out that they when they bring something old out, it's not really it's not really worth my time.
See, what I like about them having the Aniki. Now I like the Aniki. I could actually see you wearing the Aniki.
Oh yeah, I want a pair.
Shoe with, and usually I don't like when they put new technology on old looking shoes, but I like that.
I really want those.
You know, but their outlets. Oh. Fucking PacSun at Aurora Farms is having a sale where it's 40% off the ticket price, and it's all types of Adidas and Reeboks out there. So if you have some gas and some time, go out there. I mean,
I'm uninterested because I would like some Vans.
They have a lot of Vans on sale. It's the same sale out there.
Like,
it's more Vans there than anything.
That's another thing that I'm really, really into is like Vans. Vans use good material.
I'm just surprised not the skate high though.
The skate high just looks awkward on my foot. It's just an awkward looking shoe.
It's all in your mind, man.
And I'm fine with that.
It's like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
If you kids looking for any advice out there, always wear what you like and what you feel. Like, I feel like I want to write a book about how to dress as a man. Like, I don't really like wearing black clothes because they fade. I'm a blue, gray, and khaki kind of guy. If I'm gonna go bright, I would go red or orange. I just like I like the wear of clothes. Like, I like how things look as they get older, and if it don't look good as it gets older, I don't want to wear it.
I'm with you on that, because that was one of my gripes with. To me, it's certain shoes that look better the more you wear them. Like the Oreo 4 and the Columbia 4 are perfect examples. Any leather 13 is like that.
Yeah.
Like, when you get them brand new, they almost look fake because there's no creasing in them. There's not on the toe, but you know what I'm saying.
All weather leather is the best leather to me. Like, I remember I used to have like this before I really got into sneakers. My thing was it had to have a strap, a bubble, or be all weather leather. Those were that was like the things I liked about shoes when I was growing up. Had to have a bubble, had to have a strap, or had to have some all weather leather on it.
To me, it depends with the leather. It would depend on what model it was on.
Okay.
Because to me, certain shoes look better in leather. Some look better in suede. Like, I don't like black leather Jordans. Other than ones.
Other than ones. I don't really like...
And twos. Well, the two in black that's a whole other conversation.
I don't like smooth black leather at all unless it's a purse or something like that. And on top of that, when it's like a purse and it's some really good leather, let me say purse because that's one of the things. Like, I think my partner or girlfriend, she grew up kind of being like a tomboy playing basketball and stuff. So I love buying her purses. Yeah. And as the purse gets older, like you said, that leather start looking good. Start getting some of that patina on it, some of that wear on it, and it looks better. And with half these shoes nowadays not being leather at all, it only has that 1 point of. Let me word that right. That one bend.
Okay.
So like with it always being fake leather, smooth leather always looks bad because it's most of the time it's not leather at all.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I do feel that like when I'm thrifting, I do look at leathers and look at how stuff is made. That's why if I see an Air Force One or a Dunk and it's got really good leather on it and the heel drag isn't bad, if it's just dirty, I'll get it. I'm still going to disinfect it and in most cases change out the insole, but that leather ties into me looking at a shoe if I'm thrifting and telling whether it's just dirty or if it's actually fucked up.
Yeah.
You know, because a lot of shit that you can find is just dirty.
Yeah.
And if you okay with cleaning it, you know what I mean?
I mean, I would say stain is okay. So especially like when you're looking at stuff, it's like, is it stained or is it just dirty?
Mm-hmm.
So it's certain stains you can look at as like, nah, like sunlight and like
oxidation.
Oxidation and some kind of liquid damage. It depends, but like just dirt, you can say like, okay, I can clean these up, I can let these soak, and you'll be good. But I haven't really like been to play those in a while, besides with you, and I think it's especially for younger kids, it's an untapped market. Like, if you want to get your kids some good looking shoes that you feel like, you know, are still kind of cool, it's a great place to go for them, because those are the ones that it seems like parents are taking their old kids their kids' old shoes up there, and you can get them at a good price.
Yeah. what was I gonna say? The one thing that, because I was thinking about this when we were there the last time when it was me, you, and Isaac. I don't want stores like Plato's and Avalon to. I look at that as a little bit different than like thrifting at the Goodwill or Salvation Army or Value World, Savers. It's a different kind of thrift experience, but lately I've enjoyed more what I call regular thrifting at those stores than fancy thrifting at Plato's or Avalon. Better.
I get that. It's the one store you told me about that's on 305. That store just seems so intimidating to me.
Oh, the Savers.
Yeah.
I mean, you need to just go in there. You should go in there when you get off today.
I might, but it depends on if I really have time to do it.
Yeah, because the one thing about thrifting is,
Time.
that is, yeah, you really got to be committed to really look. Because sometimes you walk in, like the other day when I found those 13s, they were just in the case at the front of the store. It's like it just jumped out at me, but they had other things in there I ended up not getting. But like they had some white and black penny 4s, and they were $15. They were from 06, but they weren't like an OG color. They were just white, black, and gray because there were so many of them. And I was just like, nah, I'm cool on this. There were so many colorways back then of that shoe. Bad ones. It's like, I don't have to have these. But,
yeah, most of the time when I'm looking at, I'm going to a thrift store, I'm looking for solid wood dressers and like nice, like some like chairs and stuff like that, or a table. Like it's very seldom I'm looking. Like I'll go look at the shoes, but nothing really ever jumps out to me except that one time I went to the Goodwill on Mayfield, and they had a ton of Jordans in there. In a size 6 and a 6.5.
I remember that. I did a video for that. I remember that. They had a bunch of Air Max 95s. That was like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Hell, you probably told me about it.
I did. I sent you a message because I was off that day. And
Isaac would have cleaned up if he'd have been around.
And yeah, I got a couple pair for my girlfriend's nephew.
Yeah, because I was telling my sister, but she can't even fit a 7 anymore. But my bad, I didn't mean to cut you off.
That's okay. It was a good time. Like that's one of the surprises about thrifting. Like you never know what you're gonna find.
Yeah.
Let's keep your mind open for options because it's a lot out there that you don't know about.
Yeah. It's like, one place I used to go, it's not a thrift store, but I used to find stuff there, but you had to really be committed to look, was Foreman Mills.
Okay. I don't think I would ever have time for that.
Yeah. So you were saying you don't think you could go into Foreman Mills?
I went in there one time. It was just like overwhelming with clutter.
Yeah, it's really, that's worse than a thrift store as far as the commitment you have to make to really look. Because I found some amazing things there, but it was after being in the store for an hour plus with nothing but time on my hands, where I was trying to kill time.
But what did you find amazing though?
You know what I used to find a lot there? I found a lot of staple shit there. And It was all shit that I would wear, Jordan themed shit, shit that I had the shoes to go with or whatnot.
Okay.
They also we used to sell it at next to Rocksmith, where it was all clothing that was themed off of music. They used to have a lot of their stuff. This other brand I like called Post Game, that's sports based, that they sell at Jimmy Jazz. So I would find stuff like that I remember I found one staple shirt that had a Jordan 1 on it, and it said 1985 underneath it, and it was $1. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a great deal.
Stuff like that, or most of the stuff I would find, it'd be $7.99 for a shirt. And that's a thrift store price.
Yeah.
I've paid more, because when we were talking about stains, I went to Value World yesterday. I found a few things, but I went there maybe about 2 weeks ago. I was visiting my mother and father, so I was over there. And they had a Jordan, North Carolina jersey. It was Nike official. It was from 2002, looking at the tagging. But it had like a bunch of, I don't know if it was coffee stained at the bottom. And it was $18 still. And I'm like, God, I've never had this jersey. I've always wanted a Jordan, North Carolina jersey. But $18, and I don't even know if the stain is going to come out. That's why I ended up not getting it. I thought about it after, like, man, I probably should have gotten it.
With how much you thrift, you need to have like a little case or like a little baggie with you, with like what you would clean with.
Yeah,
like you do it enough to be like to justify having like some Jason Mark with you in a little like get you a fanny pack. Have your Jason Mark in there with you, like a little thing to test out, like if it's worth it.
Oh, that's a good idea. That's a really, really good idea.
That's a good idea for everybody out there.
Take them to a 6.
Like it's like especially like if you plan like it is a side business for you.
Yeah, I mean, not something I broadcast on here, but I do, make money off of thrifting. I do. But.
So yeah, you need to have find you like a little squeeze bottle, little rag, like. And if
I'm in the store though, like what if somebody rolls up like, man, what the fuck are you doing?
That's what you do. Like they want you to buy the stuff. It's a store, and it might be a little bit unorthodox, but look, you take it up to the kind of like I'm not harming your product. I will do this right in front of you. I want to see if this stain is gonna come out. And on top of that, look. Like, you was like, look, if this is not coming out, can I get a discount on there? You can see I'm cleaning it and it's not coming out. Yeah. So, it'll be a win-win for you.
Yeah, because, again, I mean, I wasn't thrilled about it being $18 already. But the fact that it had that stain on it.
It sullied everything.
Yeah, because, like I said, I've never had the Jordan, North Carolina jersey. You know, because if I was buying a new in the store, I wouldn't buy white anyway. I would try to get the blue one. Or even that navy blue one that they used to have when I was at Champs. But, yeah, that's a really good idea. Yesterday, I found some more Jordan Futures. They were low tops. They were like gray and pink with a clear bottom. Bottom was yellow, but they were like $8. So they were dirty as fuck, but I got them back where they'd be respectable, where I could at least wear them here.
Okay. Have you took any of your shoes to Moreland yet?
No. Aaron looks like he's going to take him his Space Jams. I need to take him my 72 and 10s. That's the only one I would ever get like that. You know, unyellowed. Because I like the yellow one.
Okay. I might take, if anything, I'll take my coppers.
Yeah, I mean, and he charges based on
the yellow?
How yellow it is, but like, I was actually talking to him yesterday. He was talking about, for everybody, we're talking about at SoulClear on Instagram. Follow him. He does wonderful work. It's Morello24. He's been a contributor to the show in the past. He said Zach's shit was so fucked up. He's still working on just the one shoe.
What shoe was it?
Zach took him some Concords.
Okay.
It was a 2011 pair, but I don't know if you saw that. He said, God, he treated these like work boots. They were pretty yellow.
Okay.
You know, but I don't know. I can't really speak on it because I never had a pair of 2011, so I don't know how the quality is or how quick or soon it would take to yellow it.
And a little story about my 2011 11s. I had wrapped them up in cellophane.
I remember you doing that back then.
Put silica packs inside of the shoe. Mm-hmm. Still went yellow. Inside of the cellophane. Inside of a room that was temperature right and everything. So wear your shoes. Doesn't matter. Like, I could just see them, like, and where they start yellowing that was funny. It was like right in the middle of the shoe. Like right in one of the near where the blocking is. Okay. I was just like, what the heck, man? Yeah. It was just like I think I wore them like right after that. I was just like, well, forget it. I just might as well wear these. So.
And see, they can make a shoe that doesn't yellow because my IE 11s from 2003, the Cobalts, they're still not yellow, and they're 15, 16 years old.
Okay.
You know, they're not as clear as they were, but they're not as yellow as my 72 and 10s are already. That shoe was only 3 years old, and I've still worn it less than 10 times. It's only yellow, like, right here.
Where you've been touching rubber at?
Yeah, where I've been, driving, braking, To me, that driving is what ruined that shoe.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get a white towel for my car. Damn it. Yeah, but I don't know. The yellowing of the soles, I like it in most cases. But, as crazy as it's going to sound to you, I think I've told you this before. If it's a shoe I love like that, I'd rather just get a whole new pair.
Yeah.
Just a whole new pair if it's not ridiculously priced or whatever. So yeah, but tell us while we're on air, tell us about your podcast or your podcasts.
Okay, well, I do a couple different podcasts. One is called Stays Crunchy and Milk. It appears every Thursday on anything that you can think of. We're on iTunes. We're on Stitcher Radio. We're on we're on a lot of stuff. Just Google Stays Crunchy and Milk, and that's Crunchy with a K. We've been doing it for 5 years so far. We're in May. We'll be doing our 300 episode. We're supposed to be doing something special for that. We also have a Patreon for Stays Crunchy and Milk, and that's where we do some extra content. And we do a show called We Tried, where anybody who's ever listened to Stays Crunchy and Milk, we try every single Oreo that comes out, like every single Oreo, all the new Oreos. Over these last 5 years, I've had every single one of them.
So they really have an all cream, an all middle one?
It's like supposed to be like super stuffed.
Okay.
I don't think I'm going to try that. I don't want to try that, but I probably will. We've had Japanese Oreos. We had some from Argentina, like just this. It'll be this week coming up on our show. I had an Argentinian Oreo. But mostly it's just like about current events or what's going on in our lives, as far as like, we just talk about random stuff, and it's a good show. Like I said, it's Stays Crunchy and Milk and Crunchy with a K. You can find us on Twitter, and I don't know if you put things in the show notes, but Chris might put a link to it, or you can follow me on Instagram, Tatum216, and it's in my show notes. So
I've never been invited to do an episode of Stay Crunchy.
Well,
Stays Crunchy and Milk.
Stays Crunchy and Milk. We used to record like at my friend's house, but one of my friends who was on the show used to work. We used to all work downtown, so we used to record at lunch. Now,
I feel like I put you on the spot.
Oh, it's fine.
I've never been in, because I've heard about this. So I've listened a few times, but I was like, I've never been invited to do one. And you've been on Nike or Die several times, though,
I have been on Nike or Die several times. So maybe we could get if we get our live show going, maybe we can find some other local people, and we'll have a Nike or Die section on there too.
That'd be cool. But one thing I've wanted to do with this show, but life just keeps happening. I've never been able to have it on like a set schedule. And the way that y'all do that enables people to listen to you, where I just, boom, I did one. Like I've already got another one with Ricky Dame that could be episode 11. This might be 12. I don't know. That I just haven't got to upload. So.
Well, I think when it comes to podcasts, people always say, it's too long or it's too short. It can never be too long or too short.
It's whatever you want it to be.
It could be whatever you want it to be, because when I listen to podcasts, I like to listen to it when I work out. I like to listen to it when I'm driving. I rarely listen to music anymore because...
It's so crazy to me. I have to have music. Everything is around music. I mean, we're on each other's pages enough. I always have music going.
Yeah.
How do you not listen to music?
I'm just tired of music.
You never ride along and just be like, I want to hear Hip Hop Array by Naughty by Nature.
I do. Like, okay, so I was driving my car, and I know you won't appreciate this, but I wanted to listen to Mixtape by Chance the Rapper the other day.
Listen, Chance the Rapper is very talented. I just don't like his voice. It's too whiny. But he's talented.
Well, I think if you would like any song, you would like that song.
You know, Antonio, who used to work with at Tower City, he used to play the hell out of him, and I'm like, who is this? This was 2013. I'm like, who is this you keep playing? You know, but he's talented.
Cocoa Butter Kisses, you probably would like that too.
Okay.
But I do like listening to music, but not as much. One thing I'm really into right now is going back listening to Parliament and Funkadelic. Like going back listening to the stuff my dad used to listen to when we were little. But I'm a podcast listener. Like
so I rarely listen to podcasts. More than half of the Nike or Die episodes that I've posted, I haven't even listened to.
Well, I like listening to the Black Guy Who Tips. I've been listening to that for many years now.
You told me about that.
This American Life, which is a radio show as well, but it's a great podcast. I listen to to WTF, really popular podcast with Mark Maron. But I have a lot more idle time on my hands than you do, as far as like my drive into work. Your drive into work is what, 7 minutes about?
Yeah.
Like my drive in to
that's true.
My Monday through Friday job is like 30 to 45 minutes sometimes, depends on traffic. Because I work in downtown Cleveland.
Like I said, I miss the sewer district hours, but I don't miss driving down 90 every single day. And I was like, what time do you start at your normal job?
9.
Yeah, well, okay. So we were probably driving there around the same time, because I used to have to be there at 8:30, sometimes 8.
Yeah.
But, and I was only going to the downtown locale like half the time. Half the time I would only be going to Glenville, and it still would be like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, damn, should I have took the street?
But, yeah, so my routine is, like I drop my boys off at daycare, and I don't listen to anything during that. I usually talk to them until I drop them off, and then after I drop them off, I start a podcast. Then I have to walk to work, so that's another 10 minutes listening to something. And it depends on how good it is, but then if it's real good, I'll finish listening to it, or I'll save it until I get off work, and then I'll walk to my car again and put it on in the car. But when I get to work, it's all Netflix. Okay. I'm just watching shows all day.
You know, when I would have office days where there wasn't a lot going on, I used to look at or listen to Drink Champs a lot.
Okay.
You know, like they had to interview people. I'm like, I haven't heard from Memphis Bleak in a while. Noriega's gonna interview him.
Yeah,
that's cool. But I don't know of any sneaker podcasts. I'm sure they're out there, but I don't know of any. Sneak This.
Yeah. And one of the guys is from Cleveland, so. And like, it amazes me. One of the things I had, like, it's not the reason I stopped listening, but one of the reasons I was just like, they bought so much shit. Like, I'm like, this isn't realistic for me. Like, every release that happened or dropped, they had it. And I was just like, I'm just not that into sneakers no more, so I stopped listening to it. And like, they talked about their pickup. They pretty much, yeah. I think you would enjoy it, especially if you can go back and listen to some of the older ones. It's just like, well, this is what came out this week. Who picked it up? And they talk. It's just like, oh, what's your grail? It's very talking to your friends about sneakers.
So it's basically like what we're doing here.
Yes.
Oh.
But they do like a YouTube setup too. It's called Sneak This. It used to be 4 guys on the show. Now it's only 3, I think.
You know, we should do that. We should do a YouTube video.
Okay.
That's not a bad idea. You're always coming up with good shit.
Yeah, but podcasts are great to listen to, including this one.
I appreciate that. I appreciate you being a long-time contributor to the show. I wish I would have started doing this a little sooner, but you know.
I did suggest it a long time ago, but
you did. I didn't have internet then, though.
Yeah, but you know, like I told you before, like you got a phone, and our phones are making. Okay, think about it like this.
Now, this was like 2012. Phones couldn't do everything they do now.
I don't know. Like my first sweet phone was the G1, and that was 2008. That bad boy did everything.
Yeah, you're right. That was around the first time I had my really nice phone. It was a Samsung Blackjack 2.
And then on top of that, like you had
Palm Pilot.
You've always been on the edge of technology because you had Zunes. You had
long live the Zune.
You had and I know you had a big block iPod.
Yeah, I actually still want an iPod Classic that's like 160 gigs. Because I have a lot of music that's not on my iPhone, that's just on my CPU. From when I had the Zone and when I was heavy into pirating.
Yeah.
I don't want to say that too loud. Between that, of course, just being able to borrow stuff from the record exchange and just take it back that was used. People can do shit like that.
And like on top of that, like one of the downfalls I think of an iPhone is external memory.
Yeah, you only got so much.
And like I currently have the Note 8, and it has I got a 256 megabyte, not megabyte, 256 gig card in my phone.
Wow.
So, like,
that's space. I mean, I think my iPhone only has 64, but I got a terabyte of storage on the cloud.
Yeah.
So, you know, I guess it's tomato, however you know.
Yeah, I don't trust the cloud all like that.
I will say
I don't want my dick pics on the internet. On the this you got your first mature rating on your iPod. I mean on your
Oh no, we've been cussing. You know, Quinter and I did an episode a couple years ago, maybe 2 years ago, where it was called Sex and Sneakers. So that one was pretty X-rated.
Okay.
Sex, sneakers, and relationships.
How is he doing?
I haven't
Is
really
he still
talked to
working
them
at
as
Next?
much. No, they he wasn't there much longer after I resigned. So.
Okay.
But I mean, according to his Instagram, he's doing okay. He got 2 pairs of Bowfins.
I really want a pair of both ends, not just because he has them.
Oh,
Those
we were talking about that shoe months ago.
That shoe is so sweet.
Yeah.
It's definitely a good summertime shoe. Like my goals for shoes is I want 1 pair of those. I'm getting those 312s.
So surprised.
I look at that shoe every. Welcome to Hip and Sports Shoe Club. How you doing today?
What's up, man?
Not a whole lot. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm surprised the Bowfin. Like I haven't seen a U colorway yet.
I like the ones with the blue in them.
I appreciate that because I could have gave him change. I just didn't want to.
Yeah, I don't.
Anything could happen if you open the drawer.
Anything happens, like you coming in, it's like it's a ton of places to get changed at. Like Burger King would be the most logical place to go get changed at. Mm-hmm. Not a place that ain't nobody been in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So I want those. I want a pair of Vapor Max equipments really bad. And like I said, those are the 3 shoes I want. And
these are new style shoes.
Yeah.
Now technically the Bowfin is just a bunch of. It's the Air Max Light, the 270, and like another shoe put together. But
yeah.
Still,
it's a hybrid shoe.
Like the Just Don shoe.
Yeah. But I like those Just Dons because like the base of it is a 3. Matter of fact, those
chlorophylls.
Those chlorophylls seem like to me a shoe like that that you pull out every once in a while. Like, oh man, I remember those.
Like how we would do like some Jordan lifestyles now.
Yeah.
They're not that bad.
They're not terrible, but I'm not itching for them.
So you would wear that Just Don shoe over those?
Yeah. And I'm gonna tell you why.
You love threes. It's so surprising.
I do love. I want those women threes. Those like extra high top.
Yeah, they look like a Flight 45 to me.
Yeah. That just made me throw up in my mouth a little bit. So I
you don't think they look similar with that strap?
They do. I can see it now, and I'm disgusted with myself.
It looked like a nice idea at first, but
yeah, that's terrible.
Sales per hour.
I almost bought those because they're not that much money in women's sizes.
I bought those women's 11s with the army green and the gum. I haven't worn them yet, but they had them at Finish Line for $150.
Finish Line got some pretty good some women Jordans, like pretty much like lifestyle women Jordans for like dirt cheap.
And they always have women's 12s.
Yeah,
like it's gonna happen one day. I just don't know when. But like, I have to get this shoe in a women's 12. Even though I have that other one, I need this one. I need this Greg 95. So bad.
Yeah, those are pretty nice.
Like, there's a pair on eBay right now that's like $300, and they're from 2004. So you don't even know if they're gonna, they could crumble.
If they're gonna disintegrate.
Yeah. So. But yeah, that's for me. My goals for this year is to wear more of the stuff that I have that I never wear. I don't really ever. I've noticed when I wore those gray and yellow Bo Jacksons.
Yeah.
I was like, I never wear any of my trainers ever. I have to, Griffey's, Bo Jacksons, Dion's. I don't wear any of that stuff. I don't really wear any of my Barclays, Pennies, Pippins. I need to start wearing more stuff like that. To me, that's the stuff that makes Shorty see. Not just Jordans. I feel like I wear LeBrons and KDs way too much. Just kind of mixing it up a little bit more, wearing more non-Nike stuff. But as far as purchasing, Air Max Light 94. I need to get that teal one, the purple one, the whole teal one, and the navy blue. I need like 4 pairs of those. I'd like a pair of black and red 6s, but I'm not willing to go through all types of fuck shit to get them. The black and red 4, I'd like another pair of those since my pair from 2012 is cracking like a motherfucker.
I've never had a pair of those, and I don't regret it not one bit. I feel like that's one shoe.
You're more of a 3-person than a 4-person.
I do like 4s. I like the white 4s. But yet again, being a person who doesn't like wasting his money, that when that shoe gets ashy, it gets ashy and it's over for it.
Well, see, we didn't have Jason Mark back then.
That's true. But they don't like I said, it's when it's real suede or something like that, or nubuck rather. It'll be easy to clean. But I don't know what the heck they be making those shoes out of now.
Well,
that faux suede, that faux nubuck.
I'm hoping that with this having a $200 price tag and it being with the Nike Air on it, that they would at least treat us to premium materials. Because I feel like this last Black Cement 3 was made great. A lot of people say it wasn't good quality. I felt like it was. It was better than the True Blue from Black Friday of 16.
Okay.
Because to me, they just slapped them. They just slapped those together.
That True Blue looked extra Vaseline.
Mm-hmm. Like, I've only worn mine twice.
Uh-huh.
I wore them on Easter of 17, but that was the day that guy was riding around the Facebook killer.
Yeah.
So we ended up not leaving the house. And then I wore them on Isaac's birthday because they're just his favorite shoes of all time. And I gave him a pair as a gift since he grew out of his pair he got that Christmas. So I've only worn them twice, but they're not made well. Not like the Black Cements was this time. So I'm hoping that the 4 gets the proper treatment. Because to me, the Cement 4 they made that pretty good compared to 2012.
Okay.
All those 4s from 2012 were made like shit. Like, I wear my Cements from that release in the snow. My 99 pair, I don't know if you saw them last time he was at my house. They're up on like that bookshelf where my DVDs are.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of toys in them. So they're just a display. I'll never throw them away, though.
Yeah, I got a pair of 3s. I think from 2000. No, not even 2001.
What color?
Cement. I think that might be from 2000.
2001.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll never get rid of those.
Yeah, they came out right after 4th of July.
They're crumbling too.
Yeah, mine are. The tabs broke. Well, they were still wearable. The little pull part of the Nike Air broke off in like 2012. That was the last time I was able to wear them before they started crumbling. It was 12.
I need to find a clear box to put them in, like one of those display boxes.
Yeah. But it's certain shoes like I just can't. It's hard for me to like the Air Max 96 is like I just can't throw them away. I know that I'm not going to be able to wear them anymore because I can see where they will, if I put them on, they crumble. But that's what you and I need to talk about. How much more time we got? We can do the two-parter with this. We've only got 4 minutes left here. The Air Max 96.
Okay.
So I know that stream green is, you'd call that a grail for you, wouldn't you?
Yes.
But would you buy that newer pair with the Jacquard 95 bottom?
Probably not. Like, I just feel like, especially with the decisions Nike makes, it's like I know your wife was surprised that I didn't.
She was. We were excited for you. Like the Bogus is coming back. Tatum is about to get him.
And I was just like, they look too white to me.
I think you and I both are still gonna, if this month treats me the way I plan on it, shoot, I'd get your pair and mine.
Man, it was just like I'm just saying, like with most shoes in general that have come out, we can say yes, we've grown up some, and we're like we don't need every shoe that come out. Mm-hmm. But can't you also say that Nike's made it easy to say no?
Oh yeah. Yeah, they have, or if not, no. For me, it's not right now.
Like one of my big heartbreaks is the time I was gonna get those Olympic tempos.
I remember that.
And
2012.
I was putting them on, and the pull tab in the back broke while putting them on.
So how did that happen? You were like, yeah, I'm just not gonna get these. Did you just put it back in the box?
I just put it back in the box.
It was kind of like,
it was that Villa. It was kind of like that. I mean, and I was just like, what the fuck? Like brand new in the box. This is like the big Olympic push. All the Olympics that came out that day. I had to catch the spin. I think I bought the Jordans already that day or something like that.
Yeah. What did? I think they came out the same time as those sixes. You got the
sixes? Yeah, the sixes came out.
The sevens came out like a week or two later.
I didn't get the sevens. I got the sixes. I got the Barclays that day.
And the 180s.
Yeah. And the last shoe I was gonna get was those. That's what I was trying to decide between those Pippins and those Barclays. And I always wanted those Pippins. Like, I remember, like they. I don't even remember the name of them, but you had two of those. You had the ones that said air in one pocket. Mm-hmm. You had the air in a full pocket, and I always wanted those.
The much was the one pocket. The more is
the
one now.
And I always wanted those shoes.
113.
And I tried them on. Pull tab broke.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And matter of fact, I was just thinking about it, like maybe here like a half an hour ago, thinking about that. And that's like one of my big shoe regrets. Because I could have just been like, let me get 11 and a half or something like that. But it was just like, is that gonna break too?
Yeah. When I got the pair from 16, and I didn't get those until last summer here, 18 this past. I was worried when I was putting them on because I thought about you in that store. Yeah, we're gonna come back. It's only about 30 seconds left. We're gonna come back with part 2 in just a minute here. It's Nike or Die, Shorty C94, Tatum 216. We'll be right back at you.